What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and today I've got a deck profile finally. It's not complete. There are proxies in the deck because I haven't gotten around to ordering what's left of this deck, and it's a bit expensive. There's also 3 cards missing out of the extra deck, so yeah. Only 12 cards here for my extra deck, but let's get right on into this. Starting us off, we have 3 Dragunity Phalanx. Let's get you centered there, pal. Right there. 3 Phalanx. For those of you who don't know Phalanx, I feel like it's a very revolutionary card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it shows the power of soft once per turns, because his effect is once per turn while this card is equipped to a monster, you can special summon this equipped card. So essentially, what he does is you equip him, you spec him, you synchro, and then the synchro monster you make possibly re-equips him, and then since he's a soft once, you can summon him again and again and again and again and again, because of it being a soft once per turn. Give me 1 second. Next up, we have triple Senatus. So Senatus, what he does is you discard a card to equip a Dragunity tuner or any dragon tuner straight from your. I believe it's either a Dragunity tuner or a dragon tuner straight from the deck. So what you can do, you normal summon this, pitch a card, equip what's his name? Either Phalanx or one that we'll get into later. And use its effect, special summon itself, make a synchro play, make a link play, whatever. Next up, we have Double Ducks. His effect is whenever he's a normal summon, you can target a level 3 or lower. Oop, just bumped my tripod. Level 3 or lower dragon type Dragunity monster in your graveyard, and equip it to this card, and then main target is going to be Phalanx. So you normal summon this, equip Phalanx, spec Phalanx, synchro or link. There you go. Next up, we have 2 copies of Militant. So this is honestly just a placeholder card, but I think Militant has some neat interactions in this deck. I'll get into that in a minute. Militant's effect is you can special summon a Dragunity tuner. Once per turn, you can special summon a Dragunity tuner that's equipped to a monster from your spell and trap zone. So it's a niche card. Oh god, I need to stop bumping my tripod. Yeah, it's niche, but it's fun. It is, like I said, a placeholder, so it can come out of the deck very easily. And this is a pre-Dragunity structure deck profile, which hopefully we get that soon, because I really want to make this deck. So yeah. Next up, we have 3 Dragunity Dragunity Koos. He basically has a Phalanx effect that's a hard once, and he can only be used for the synchro summon of a Dragunity monster, and he can be treated as level 4 when used for a synchro summon. Oh no, he's not once per turn on the summon at all. So he's a level 4 tuner in the deck, basically. Next up, we have 2 Garuda. Basically, a play extender by banishing a wind out of your graveyard to special summon it. Gives you a free body on the board, and is just free advantage, essentially. Because you can banish like a Dux out of your graveyard or a Senatus out of your graveyard, summon this thing, you get 2 bodies back on the board. It's not bad. Next up, we have 1 copy of Tempest, because Tempest can search stuff, and he's a free body, like I've said. So, yeah, cool. Next up, we also have 1 Red MD. I know about the Red MD errata, but I think he can get cut from the deck because of the new support coming out, which is pretty nuts. And then next up, we have 1 Primus Palace. He has a bit of a weird combo extension in this deck. So, I think he's okay. It sucks that he's a level 5, but his effect is whenever you use normal or special summon, you can target a winged beast Dragunity monster you control and equip it with a level 3 or lower Dragunity tuner from your deck. And yeah, I think he's a pretty unique and interesting card, to say the least. I wish my camera would stop being awkward. Then we're still in the one-ofs. We have 1 Zephyrus. He's just a good card in general. Even though he sees 1s per duel, but he puts himself on the board by bouncing back a field spell, which the field spell in this deck is amazing. Yeah, love the field spell in this deck. And then next up, we have 1 Cesca, which allows you to search stuff when a monster equipped with it destroys something by battle. So, your barcha, anything really. So Cesca is pretty good. Branda stock is good to combo with Cesca because Cesca isn't once per turn. It's based on stuff being destroyed. Branda stock is 2 attacks in 1 battle phase, which is pretty nice. So yeah. Next up, we have 1 Dragunity partisan. So the reason why I'm running partisan is because of Primus Palace. So let's say you don't get the best hand and you stick just any of your winged beast monsters on board, but it's good enough to keep your opponent from not killing it, or your opponent opens up bad. You have Primus Palace and this in your hand, or you have a way to search whichever missing piece you don't have. Normal summon this. Summon Primus Palace, target your Dragunity monster, equip Phalanx from your deck, or Qs from the deck. Synchro, boom. And then we have our 1 Amorphage Goliath. One of the missing slots in the extra deck is Heavenly Spheres. So, yeah. That's fun. That's it for the monsters, actually. Very hefty monster package, being 23 cards. Next up, we are moving into the spell cards. 3 copies of... Okay, hey, camera, do you mind, not being weird? 3 Direct Shrine. Set stuff up in your graveyard. It's a Foolish Burial for any of your dragons. So, you can, if you have ducks and no way to search your Phalanx, like with the field spell, but you open Shrine, it basically searches Shrine, or searches Phalanx. What? So yeah, Shrine is a good card, believe it or not. The next up, 3 copies of the field spell. Amazing card. Pitch a card to do one of 2 things, and that's dump a dragon or search a Dragunity, which, yeah, pretty good. It used to be semi-limited. It was semi-limited back when I played Blue Eyes before Alternative was released. So, yeah, pretty good. Okay, next up we have 2 Divine Lance. Divine Lance is essentially search this off of ROM. If you don't open the field spell, equip it to ROM. Equip another tuner to ROM. Summon said tuner. Make plays. Boom. There you go, that's what that card does. The only other card in here that I'm proxying copies of is World Legacy Guard Dragon. 3 copies of it. This card's going up in price, so if you want to find a cheaper alternative to this card, feel free. Or when the structure deck comes out, this card is going to be good in that structure deck, or good in the deck, but you don't need it because they have better cards now that are extremely powerful. So, yeah, I don't really recommend this card right now because of the possible Dragunity structure deck on the way. So, yeah, but right now 3 of it isn't horrible. Next up, we have 1 Monster Reborn, just, monster recursion from the graveyard, pretty nice. 1 Terraforming for extra search power on the field spell, and then 1 Foolish Burial for an extra way to put stuff in the graveyard. And that is it for these spells, which means we do have trap cards in the deck. And the traps are 3 Warlord, 3 Rivalry. This is a card you can completely cut out once those structure decks come out. But this is a card, let's say you make your full board and your opponent tries to play a variety thing, or they try to play one of their engines. Basically, let's say they try to play, Noodle combo, or they're playing Eldelich, like Sacred Beast Eldelich, whatever. You flip Warlord on them with your full board, and you're on, what is it? So you're on all dragons, and your opponent playing, Sacred Beast Eldritch, or Adamancipator. Granted, Adamancipator could just make their own personal synchros, but Eldritch Sacred Beast Eldritch would be in a weird spot because it's a zombie and zombie and something else deck. I'm pretty sure all of the Sacred Beasts are different types. Yes, because Raviel's a fiend, Hamon's a thunder. Uriah's a dragon, I think. Yeah. So flip this on them. They can't set up the trap card. They can't use Eldritch and blah, 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 blah. I could go on. Yeah, rivalry, just until the structure deck comes out. Even then, it's a side deck card. Moving on to the extra deck that is missing stuff. We have 2 vatriana. Vatriana, whenever it's synchro, you can target a level 3 or lower dragon Dragunity monster in your graveyard and equip it to this card. And then once per turn, you can send a equipped card equipped to this card to the graveyard to double its attack. So it's basically synchro climb. You use Phalanx and any level 4 to make this thing. And then you summon Phalanx off of it, synchro into the level 8, which is our next card. 2 copies of Barcha. Barcha's effect. It's not Barcha, it's actually Barcha. But you know what I mean. Barcha, whenever he is summoned, you can equip as many Dragon-type Dragunity monsters in your graveyard to this card as possible. Now what does he do? Gains attack for each card equipped to this. 300 attack for each card equipped to him. So, you know, basically you load your graveyard up with your tuners, so like Cesca, Branda stock, Coos, and Phalanx. Equip all 4 of them to him. You can summon Coos and Phalanx. Make guard dragon plays if you want. I couldn't tell you what to do, because I haven't fully played this deck yet, but I know it's a deck I want to actually like get into and play a lot more than what I have. I've tried out the combos. I don't fully understand them yet, but I know the basic premise of what it wants to do. But when the structure deck comes out, the playstyle completely changes, like full on changes. So yeah. Next up, we have 1 copy of Garuda. He is a soft once per turn, Rhoda for the deck. You add before you discard, which is great. So you can use his effect to add a level 4 lower winged beast or dragon type Dragunity monster from your deck to your hand, and then you discard a card. Alright. Yes. So what you do is you search your Phalanx. Ooh. Sorry about that one. You search your Phalanx to ditch the Phalanx, or you search your ducks to ditch your Phalanx. You get the picture. And your terrible one, banish it. Your opponent's card. And then we have 1 copy of Ascalon. Ascalon is an amazing card. He can banish a Dragunity from the graveyard to pop a card your opponent controls. Which is not once per turn. Just says you can banish a Dragunity monster from your graveyard, target a monster your opponent controls, and you banish it instead of destroying it. And then his other effect is if the Synchro Summon card is destroyed by an opponent's card, by any means, destroyed by any means, you can special summon a Dragunity monster or Dragunity Synchro with 3,000 or less from your extra deck for free. And it is treated as a synchro summon, so you can have Ascalon die by an opponent's card in any way, shape, or form. And from there, you float into like Barcha, which equips a bunch of stuff and becomes a big body. And yeah, or you can summon another one of your missing slots, which is Trident. I believe that's the one or the Dragunity Knight I'm missing. He's the blue synchro. I think he's level 6 as well. And he messes with your opponent's extra deck, which is very cool. Yeah. Pretty good. And then next up for a generic synchro, we have Crystal Wing for the monster effect negation. Just because, you know, Crystal Wing, he's relevant, right? Right? Because, yes. This thing can negate Savage if you can bait out the Savage negate while it's on the board. So let's say, you know, Hope Harbinger's there, and Uraigeki. Goodbye. I'm just gonna move on. Next up, we have 2 Romulus. Romulus is a great link monster for the deck. I think it was a very needed addition to the deck. Generic link 2. Whenever something is summoned from the or a dragon type synchro or Xyz monster is summoned. Well, whenever he's link summoned, you can add a Dragunity spell or trap from your deck to your hand, or Dragon Ravine. And then if a dragon monster or monster is special summoned from the extra deck to a zone this card points to, except during damage step, you can special summon a dragon or wing beast from your hand in defense position. But its effects are negated for the rest of the turn, and it cannot be used as a link material. There you go. That's what he do. So summon your Barcha, get a Garnet out of your hand like Cesca. Or summon Vatriana, get Garnet out of your hand like Cesca. Whatever. You know. Oh, God, I need to stop bumping this tripod. Next up, you can see it. 1 Saryuja, because draw 4, put 3 back, +1, off of making a link 4. Pretty nice. Then we have our Guard Dragons, Elpie and Pisty. 4 Guard Dragon stuff. Yeah. There you go. And that is essentially the deck, because I don't have the rest of the deck available to me. And honestly, I'm ready for that structure deck to come out. Oh, so yeah, let me fix my main deck, and I will do the outro. Alright, so if you guys did enjoy this incomplete deck profile, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below. Any card suggestions for the deck. I know about Mist Valley Baby Rock. I don't know its interaction for the deck, but I will more than likely pick it up. And again, this is pre-Dragunity structure deck stuff. So I know there's also a couple of other higher level Dragunity main deck monsters I might want to pick up that are dragons. So I might try and pick them up eventually. Right now, I don't really have the money to be doing that. But anyways, like I said, if you liked the video, or if you liked the deck profile, want a flexible Dragunity build, this is definitely a flexible build. There are plenty of cards in here you can take out, put in. If you want to throw in a minor Chaos Engine, feel free. I don't think it would be consistent at all, even though the baby Chaos Dragons are pretty nice, but regardless, yeah, I am missing 3 cards out of the extra deck. Spheres, Savage, and Trident, I believe, is the name of the missing synchro. Okay, I need to stop rambling. So, if you're new here, please be sure to hit subscribe. I try to post weekly. I might have to cut back for a little bit. I don't know. I might try and do some live streams here and there again. But anyways, if you're new, subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, like. Be sure to comment any card suggestions or just anything in general. I will reply to your comment if it is something I can reply to. So, yeah, I like to interact with you guys. Anyways, I'm going to cut the video here so I can upload it and as a less than 30-minute deck profile. But anyways, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.